fantastic.
Absolutely delightful. It's an unbelievable day for Wigan. Hang on, let me just, I'm going to have to retweet it. Need to get better at this bit. Because we just end up sitting here like little spuds for like 2 minutes. And I just can't be asked to edit this out. So if you're watching this on YouTube again, I didn't edit it out, and you know I didn't, because I've not edited it out of any of them that I've done.
You just have to skip through the first minute and a half of me and Lewis having a little chat.
Yeah, basically. What do you have for tea?
I had McDonald's.
What did you get?
I got 5 chicken sacks.
Oh, yes. That is a goated scarf. Goated.
And I got a sweet chilli and a sour cream dip.
Can I put my hat on one sec? No.
Okay.
I didn't know what you said, but I'm assuming it was nasty, so, you know, fuck you.
All I said was okay.
If you felt a bit naked, want me cap on there? Everyone who's jumping in, hope you're doing well. How are we doing? Let's get it tweeted. Get it retweeted.
Oops.
Evening. You alright, mate? How are we?
Gosh. Hello, Brandon.
It's a little bit sketchy this evening, but it is an absolute miracle for Wigan Athletic because Emma has showed up to a stream on time. It's a fucking miracle, everyone. Absolute miracle. I'm very, very, very surprised. I'm very amazed. But you've made it. You went to administration yet? No, not yet. We've already done that. It was a laugh. Might do it again at some point.
Christ, I hope not. Jesus.
We'll do a founders fund and I still won't donate. I'll join it next week. Get the game deal. Get the Norwich game, lad. Right. My initial note that I've got here, Emma, is when you first saw the lineup, what did you think?
Initially, I wasn't too sure about Keane and Lang being dropped.
Yeah.
And I wasn't 100% about Tello starting.
Yeah.
And if I'm honest, I wasn't that confident in Ashley Fletcher either, but it went alright, didn't it?
I went, didn't I? So, like, on the stands, we were all saying, just before the goal, bring Fletcher off for White. He weren't playing very well throughout the game. He was having a bit of a... He wasn't having much of a game, to be honest. And then he pops up with probably the scrappiest goal I've ever seen. Yeah,
it wasn't... It was by no means a wonder goal, was it?
Oh, no, of course not. But if we're being honest, I can't complain.
That asked.
Ask me how arsed I was.
Yeah.
The answer was not very. Apologies.
Hiya, Chris. Watch Fletcher go on a hot streak now.
Honestly, hot streak of 1 goal every 2 years. Honestly. But what I actually quite liked about the rotation of Keane and Lang, as I feel like it showed the rest of the team that if you're not playing well, you get dropped. Not that them two were particularly not playing well. And we said it on the stands that I didn't actually clock onto straight away. I reckon Tello got started because he probably started the Norwich game because we can't start Sinani against his parent club. So that's what we initially thought, is it's getting Tello used to starting a game and trying to decipher what his front three will be against Norwich. I think it'll be Fletcher, Lang and Keane would be my front three, but I'm not sure what he'll go for.
You put in... Would you be putting Lang slightly out to the right with that, or are you...
I'd be playing like a 3-4-1-2, and I'd have Keane in the 10 with Lang and Fletcher as my strikers. As how I'd be looking at that. And then you've got your wing-backs, essentially.
Going wing-backs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. One thing I initially thought from yesterday is when we conceded, no one's heads dropped at all.
No, which I think was a little key thing for me.
Yeah.
Because it showed I think, glimmers of the same spirit that we had last season. Whereas last season, we quite often went behind.
Yeah.
But we got to a point in the season after so many games where it didn't matter because we knew we were going to come back.
Yeah.
We knew we would get something out of the game. And obviously up until now, we've seemed to have gone behind quite quickly. And then that's it, game over.
Yeah. No, 100%, yeah.
Didn't look bothered. But yesterday it was different. And to be honest, the goal we conceded was stupid.
Yeah, it come from...
There was no need for it.
Nah, it come from a set piece in the Ambe at the back post, losing his man. They had an extra man at the back post and they got a goal off it, unfortunately. But
yeah, was it now, at risk of sounding overly critical, was it Fletcher who gave that free kick away?
I think so. I can't remember off the top of my head, to be 100% honest. I think it was, but I'm not sure. If someone in the comments can remember, I'd massively appreciate a bit of an input. I'm not actually 100% sure.
I think it might have been Fletcher that gave that away, potentially. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. The point I was making anyway is we shouldn't have been giving free kicks away though.
No, definitely not.
Absolutely should have been defending that set piece better.
No. And what I actually really liked from Maloney was, I don't know if you've watched his interview after it, but straight after, he wasn't saying, don't get me wrong, we were all, before that game, we'd have all happily took a point away at Bristol.
Yeah.
They're one of the most informed teams in the league. And what I loved in his interview, he turned around and said, that's not good enough the way we're conceding them goals. Straight away, he was like, that isn't good enough. We shouldn't be conceding goals that way.
Yeah.
And he didn't necessarily praise the performance, which I actually really liked. That he's expecting performances like that, and he's expecting people to be right up for it.
Yeah.
And no, I was a massive fan. I was a massive fan of his interview, of his interview and of his reaction. But I actually thought, excluding the goal and Niambe arguably losing the man at the back post, I actually thought we defended very well.
I think for the majority of the game, I think we defended very well, which is something we've not been doing recently.
No, not at all.
But I mean, I've only had a brief look at these notes, so there could be something coming up in particular. But Charlie Hughes again, man.
Yeah, I was about to get on to Charlie Hughes. You mentioned it in the You mentioned it on the last pod about his leadership skills, and I was looking out for it when I went. He's bollocking people around him, and he's drilling people.
Yeah,
he's giving instructions, and his defensive awareness for what, a 19-year-old lad is he?
In 19, yeah.
Yeah, is aware. Charlie Hughes is the Championship Van Dijk. I was literally gonna say it's comparable. I'm not saying he's as good as Van Dijk, but the comparisons are there with the way he's instructing his players around him.
Yeah.
And how confident he looks on the ball. Like, he looked happy to play it out to the right to Dariqua.
Yeah, but he also, as you just said, that he said he's bollocking people around him. He also did not hold back with telling his captain when he'd fucked up.
Oh, no, exactly.
And I like that. I really, really, really like that. I think just because you've got the armband doesn't mean your mistakes go under the radar. If anything, they're amplified.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think for a kid, essentially, to have the confidence and the self-awareness to be like, right, you've messed that up, get back and let's sort it out.
And you need to be better. Saying that to our captain.
Yeah. You have to be doing better, though. And I love that. And you've got to remember as well, it's his first professional season. He's been playing under-21s football for 4, 5, 6 years. It's his first professional season. He's playing Championship football and he looks so at home.
Literally that. He's been playing in the first team for about 2 months now and he looks solid for us.
He does look really, really comfortable where he is. And I haven't actually seen him have a bad game.
No, not that I could single him out and point out that was his fault and he's done that wrong at all.
No, I think whenever he's been on the pitch, if there's been some kind of defensive mistake or if there's been an individual error, I can't think of one that's been on him.
No, I completely agree, yeah.
And he might be the only defender up to now that hasn't made some kind of individual mistake, and that's cost us.
Matt's literally just covered my next point. He's put the back four. Back four has to be Nyambe or Doriqua, Hughes, Watmore, Pearce. I thought Hughes and Watmore, when they went to a 4, looked superb. I thought in the second half when we went to more of a 4. I saw it as a 4-4-1-1 towards the end. But I'd just say Ben saw it as more of a 5 at the back. But I saw it more as a 4 with McLean and Pearce just swapping roles as that left midfielder.
Yeah.
Like, they were just constantly overlapping, which I love that from them. Because one of them would go and the other knew straight away, I'm staying. Vice versa, whether it was McLean staying or Pearce staying. Which I actually thought Pearce looked better as the one going further forward more as the left midfielder. And weirdly, I thought McLean looked better as the left back, which I wouldn't be expecting, considering McLean's a left mid and Pearce is a left back. I was very, very impressed. Again, I've been very impressed with Pearce when he's coming off the bench. I thought Pearce looked really good. Oops, sorry. But no.
I am taking my win, and I am like basking in the glow with everybody loving Tom Pearce again, because I've been fucking saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it for 18 months. And I'm refused to back down on that stance, and I love that he's come back and he's doing well, because if he'd come back and be shite, it'd really
you know, that's a proper bite your tongue. What?
I can't afford to be wrong about anybody else.
You imagine Nigel Farage moment where you're like, you all laughed at me. Well, you're not laughing now, are you? You've literally had like your moment there. Yeah. You've got it bang on about him, and now you're gonna rinse that fucking moment for the rest of the season. Like, I knew he'd be good. I knew he would.
Oh, the amount of I told you so's I've got in the locker, lad, they're just waiting to come out. I'm fucking... They really, really, really are.
Honestly. I thought when we was playing the back three in the first half, I actually wasn't very impressed with Nyambe at left centre-back. Personally. I thought...
No, and I'm going to be a little bit critical of it. And obviously it's a running joke now. Anybody on that left-hand side that's not Tom Pearce is getting criticised. But no, I think he looked a little bit out of his depth.
Yeah.
Our
team doesn't even look the same as they did under Colo. They're all the best versions of themselves, and I completely agree with that. I think all of them want to play for Sean.
Yes.
Yeah, I think every single one of them want to play for this manager. Because
I think potentially there might be, and I'm not saying it's a definite, obviously, I don't know, but there may be potentially Corker that's wondering a little bit where he stands and what's going on, because he came here for Colo.
Yeah, and there was the post he made when Colo went that was a little bit strange.
I thought that was a little bit snidey, but...
Yeah, I saw it as that.
Maybe that's just me being a bit cynical, I don't know.
Yeah, it might be looking a little bit too much into it, but no, I kind of had that idea as well, that he was... I don't know, it was a bit of a remark at the club. Yeah,
it seemed like a little bit of like a backhanded swipe.
Yeah. The best thing Colo did was Christ, 100%. We said that in the pod. Whoever found him needs a job as a scout, but they're only allowed to have a PR or a WA postcode. They're not actually allowed to live in Wigan or Liverpool. Like, neither of us will accept them.
No, you can't actually enter Wigan.
No, fuck no.
You're not allowed anywhere near the squad.
No. But what
send us names and say they look alright.
Yeah, literally. But just send us videos. But what just to finish what you were saying that before though, with that left centre back role, no one's looked quite comfortable on the left, and that's kinda, it makes me see don't get me wrong, I don't agree with it, but it makes me see reason to why we was playing Tilt so much there, because that was his preferred position as a left centre back, even though Tilt is no longer letting you live in your house, because it turns out Tilt was your landlord, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's selling my house, he's kicking me out. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think Amos has improved the command of his box. Yeah, I completely agree. My only quarrel I've had with Amos was his distribution. Anything else, I don't think he did a thing wrong, to be honest, all game.
That's just an ongoing thing, I think.
No, of course it's not.
Just his overall distribution.
Yeah, no, completely agree.
Now, Ben, if you're watching, before everybody gets the fucking backs up, I love you to bits. It's not a personal jab, right?
My only personal jab, Ben, my only personal jab for you is I never got them goalie gloves that you DM me and said you'd send. I have a personal jab. Other than that, I love you. But I'll like, the DMs. He said he'd send me the gloves, and he never come. So
He did.
I still love you, lad. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just blame the postal strikes. I'll believe you. Don't worry.
Yeah, he definitely posts them. If Amos goes, who comes in? I don't think that's a question to be asking mid-February,
No, I agree.
if I'm being perfectly honest, because there's no way to know that.
No, of course not. For me,
There's no way to know that.
if you was to put a gun to me and ask me for a name off the top of my head, the first thing that comes to my head was Lee Nichols, Huddersfield. He used to play for us.
He did, Jess.
Yeah,
Came from our academy.
that was my first initial thought that I would have probably took him because he had a really good season last year with Huddersfield, and he's had a very poor season this year. But Walton, I'd take Walton in a
out
heartbeat.
until he's out for the rest of the season now.
Yeah.
Lee Nichols, isn't he? But
Yeah.
do you know what? If we brought Lee Nichols back, he'd be another one. I'd just like.
It's one of them. Like
He
that
was
was my
one of
first.
my very first favourites. Like he was
No shitty scouse.
I mean, duh, but but he was like the original Karl Mackie era.
Yeah.
So
It was that time, weren't it?
at one stage, I had Callum McManaman, Lee Nichols, and Rob Keenan as well, and they were my three.
Honestly,
They were my three.
you've got a type.
Yeah, I have.
That's why you're doing a pod with me, lad.
I've got a type. Really, really,
Fucking
really
hell.
have. And this is how we've ended up in this situation with
You're now doing a podcast
with
with me.
Lang and Pierce and yeah, it's why we're friends, Lewis.
Honestly.
Just fancy your accent.
Yeah, that's it, honestly. Yeah, the Scouse accent was like, yep, that one, please. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's not just you listening to me. Emma just does this so she can listen to me. She just listens to the accent. Another shout that got said over the goalkeeper one was Walton. Walton is another one. It's the same with Lee. Like, the exact same. I'd take either of them. But, no, yeah. I thought, as I said, we mentioned it before. I actually thought Tello had quite a quiet game. Where, like, when he was on for the first 45, I didn't really see him do a lot for him.
I don't think he was poor. But
I don't know.
Essentially below his own standards. Normally he is everywhere. I did see him make a couple of decent challenges where I thought a few weeks, maybe possibly a couple of months ago, he'd have been just shoved over.
Yeah.
But he seemed to hold his own quite well. But other than that, I don't think he really had a chance to do much.
No, I agree. I actually think he plays better when he comes off the bench, personally. And he's so much better as an impact.
Yeah. Said this myself. I think I've said it on here. I've probably said it a couple of times. When he was coming off the bench last season and he was so bright and everybody was screaming for him to be started, and then I think he was given a couple of starts with Liam and went missing. It's like can't get into the game from the beginning. I think I've noticed quite a bit with Tello. When he's on the bench, he does a lot of analysing. He's there. He's got the fucking iPad all the time, and
watches the game.
Yeah, he's just watching things back all the time, and I think that's part of his technical ability.
Yeah,
it's something he does. He reads a game of football so well. But I think he needs a gist of what's going on first before he comes onto the pitch. I think he struggles to get into it when he starts. Yeah.
And just before I carry on, if anyone is come through us on Twitter, make sure you go onto Scouse Tic and give us a retweet and a like on the post just to get a few more in, just to get it generated. And I really would appreciate it if you can get as many in as possible. But just going to pick up on what Matt said there. Was Maloney right in resting Keenan Lang? I personally think he was. But I don't think he was, in my opinion, I don't think he was resting Lang, so to speak. Well, I think he is a bit. But I think he was starting Tello because I think Tello might have to start on the weekend with Sinani because obviously Sinani can't play against Norwich. Was the idea we got that he was dropping him because of that, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the impression I got from it. But again, another player we need to mention is Max Power again. I thought Max Power again had a superb game.
Do you know what? He's been really, really good.
Yeah.
Under Sean Maloney. And he's taken his fair share of stick. I'm sure all of us at one point have had something to say about him. I think we've all said potentially underperformed up to now, but he's really, really upped his game under Sean Maloney.
Oh, 100%.
The last 3 games, he's been a different player.
I think something must have been drilled into him that he has to start performing, or he's out the squad, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, he must have got told straight away, if you're not performing, you're getting dropped. Because if you look at the players around him who aren't performing, are getting rotated in and out of the team. Chris has just put there, Sinani looks like he needs a few games behind him, and I completely agree with that.
I agree with this. This was a point I said the other day. I think on his debut, he was one of 3 to make the debut, and he wasn't the one that impressed.
Yeah.
I don't think he did anything wrong as such, but he didn't do anything else.
Yeah, no.
The Blackburn game, I said I couldn't quite figure out what he was doing. He just seemed to be everywhere. And I wasn't all that impressed with him.
No, yeah.
And I think he was marginally better last night. I think he's one of these that's going to need a little bit of time to settle in.
Yeah.
And the potential he's got, I think he has got the potential to be really, really good for us. I think he does just need a bit of time.
No, yeah, I agree. And I don't think he played many. I've not got the stats up in front of me for once here. I normally have them ready, but I don't think he was playing. I don't think he was playing many games for Norwich before he come to us.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think his actual game time was great. So he's not had a lot of game time this season for him to be ready and fit and firing straight away.
Yeah.
So it's one of them. You can understand it, why he's not straight into the team. Another one Chris has said there. TA makes him look better as he covers anywhere. TA is superb, mate. He is
fantastic.
We have to try and secure that permanent.
We've got to keep him.
We need to keep him. Whatever we can to get him.
Yeah, just however much they want, just give it him.
Yeah.
Not asked, as long as he stays.
As I've got the stats up here. Sinani he has made 16 appearances this season for Norwich, getting 1 goal and 2 assists, but he only played about 627 minutes. So 16 games and 127 minutes. He's not playing.
Not a lot, really, is
much. The minutes, don't get me wrong, he's got a lot of games under his belt, but I imagine with only 600 minutes, that's a lot of substitute appearances.
Yeah, and you're probably talking somewhere inside the last half an hour.
Yeah, exactly. That the average is 40 minutes a game there. 39 minutes a game average there. So you're talking he's coming on off the bench a lot, or he's getting subbed early. Like, he's not playing a lot of football in that situation.
Yeah.
But no, TAE we do need to make sure that deal is secure and that's a permanent.
He has been fantastic so far. I'm hoping it's not just like a
flash
like a beginner's luck.
No, yeah, 100%, because he's been superb.
Yeah, he has. He really has.
Oh,
my phone's just died. I don't have the list now.
You've not got your notes?
No, I've got nothing now. It's just fucking died.
Oh, we are useless at this, you know.
We are. We're not very good.
I would genuinely cry if you went. No, I'm the exact same, mate. I'd be absolutely heartbreaking if we don't manage to secure this permanent. I'd like to think that we will try and get them done on a permanent. I really would, because it would be a waste if we couldn't get them done. Because I think if we stay up and we don't get him on the permanent, someone else will.
Yeah.
He will 100% be in at a high. He won't be going back to the club that we've got him from there.
No.
Like, there's not a chance.
No.
Not a chance he'll play another game for them. In what league was it? It's like the Czech league or something.
Yeah, but it's not even like a top league, is it?
No. Oh, thank you, mate. Oh, Hugh, thank you very much for the sub, mate. I appreciate it.
Cute. Thank you, Hugh.
Nice one, Hugh, gorgeous. My little stunner.
On a brighter note, though, while we're touching about people staying, Jackie Watmore,
yeah,
guys.
of course, the Watmore's contract extension. That had to be done. We had to make sure that's done. It's just,
And do you know what? I loved what he was saying as well.
yeah, you can tell he's happy at the club,
Yeah.
which is always great. You like, it's one of them. Sometimes you get interviews where the players like, "Oh yeah, I'm happy to stay at the club," and it's just stone faced. You can tell he's enjoying being at the club and he's enjoying his football with us.
Yeah.
That deal doesn't happen under Colo. That contract doesn't get signed.
Yeah.
Like, it really doesn't. We do not get that signed.
Can you imagine? Now I'm hoping, or I'm gonna throw a couple of wild ideas out. That was only one of the pens from Tal Alto. It was indeed.
Yeah. I was about to say, that's the start of what we need to carry on doing. Like, I know there's a few players that we are in negotiations with and over extensions. I know there's one or two that are probably closer to being done than others. I'm hoping we get a lot more than just Watmore, and I think we will. And I don't think a lot of these deals would have been getting signed under Colo, but you can tell a lot of these players now want to stay and they want to be playing under Maloney, and they're really buying into his system.
I think some of these talks were started with Liam.
Yeah.
I think Liam started the ball rolling with some of these.
Yeah.
And then Colo's come in and they've gone,
Yeah, they've been like, no, I don't want to carry this on.
And then, yeah.
I'd imagine that's the case. I really would. I'd be very, very shocked if a lot of these weren't already getting done. Because contract negotiation, it's not like FIFA or Footy Magic. You don't just do it that week and it's done.
No.
Like, they do go on for weeks at a time sometimes, especially with players with... some players might have a bit harder agents to deal with. Like, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that obviously we don't see.
Yeah, you've got to take into account as well that a lot of these players have got families and, they've got partners, kids and whatever else. You wouldn't sign a new contract at work without consulting the other half, would you?
No, exactly that. And it's if your family's happy and things like that, especially at this level.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of player fluctuation at this level. There's a lot of players who... Like, there's a lot of journeymen at this level. Like, there's a lot of players who play for a club for a year or two and then go on. And players with families at this level seem to be easier to tie down to longer contracts if the family gets settled.
Yeah, so I think I noticed that part of Jack's interview was he said when he first came up here at the start of last season, his youngest daughter was only, did he say she was 8 weeks old?
Yeah.
And I think he said, like, all she's ever known is Wigan.
Yeah.
So to move on... Then after 2 years, when he's just got the kids settled with nurseries and he got married not so long ago and all that kind of stuff, so it would make sense for him to stay put for a little while longer.
Of course, it's definitely something that you can tell he's happy being at the club.
Yeah,
but no, it's a good sign for things to come, and fills me with confidence that we'll get a few more done.
From a business perspective as well, that's a fantastic bit of business.
Oh no, of course, because
that's a really, really good bit of business.
Say even if
for whatever reason he changes his mind, decides he wants to get off, or someone else comes sniffing, they're gonna have to pay for that contract.
No, exactly, because he's definitely to another championship club. He's worth a mil or two easily. Like he's got value to him, which it still amazes me that when we signed him, we were constantly told he's too injury prone, he's not fit enough. He's been the only centre-half we've had this season who's not had a knock. It's mad. He's the only one staying.
He's gone off twice, hasn't he? Twice. He's gone off twice with little knocks. Now, 3 seasons ago, Jack Watmore going off injured meant you didn't see him again for 6 months.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's a testament to his own dedication, his own hard work, and however much he does behind the scenes, or whether there's a little bit of our medical staff performing miracles again in the background there, but he's been so much better.
Oh no, 100%. Like,
so much better. He's got glass knees, and you'll probably see him for half an hour, and then you won't see him again.
Because he wants to play for us.
Yeah, I'm not being funny, lad, but was it 13, 14 years he was at Pompey?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? He's,
do you know what I mean?
He's a local lad for them as well.
Bored. You're gonna get bored at some point.
Honestly, wants to go and see the country. He's come up north.
No, it's like a 4-hour drive across the country to get here.
Fucking and the rest. I didn't do Pompey away last year, but fucking hell, I couldn't imagine that for a coach journey, man.
I wouldn't like to ever be on the wheel of the car for it either, to be honest.
Fuck that.
I'd be asleep 2 hours in.
I say, I think
On my hard shoulder.
yeah. By the way, how good was Hughes, Power, and TAE last night? Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I've just welcome, by the way, Sam.
Welcome to
You've
the
touched it a little bit
conversation,
later. But nah, yeah, we've just been saying, and the three of them were absolutely superb. Like, genuinely. Hughes, especially, I give my man of the match to him again. I thought he's been absolutely quality since he's come in. No, I don't.
I had Hughes, TAE, and then Power in that order.
Yeah, I had.
And it's been around
same,
similar for the last 3 days.
Yeah,
Someone else needs to do something, please.
That's why that fucking hell. We're saying the same things that we've been saying the last few weeks.
Will someone do something because we're running out of shit to talk about?
Honestly, I was like, can we be shit again? Sorry,
No,
it was the
no,
sleep
not
me
that.
off. No, not a problem.
Not that.
Sorry.
I was driving. Nothing against Tilter's a nice guy. Do we think Tilter's injured or do we think he's fight with Maloney? Sorry, I probably covered this, but been driving long.
No,
right, we have not covered this. And
to give
I am going to leave this to you, Lewis. I think I've said enough.
No, I'll give you your Pompey away was dying now. From what I've heard, Chris, it was horrendous, mate. Emma's not allowed to say anything about Curtis Tilt because Curtis Tilt is my hot take of the week is Curtis Tilt is actually Emma's landlord. And
for anybody that doesn't get the joke,
go on, Emma, you give them the joke.
Right, so I noticed on Monday evening that Mr. Tilt had blocked me on Twitter, and then it transpired that he blocked quite a few of us. Now,
not me.
Listen, before we all start fucking getting on our high horses, I don't blame him for blocking me, right? Because I have been. Because I have been a bitch, right? Because I have been critical. I haven't had my tongue shoved up his ass for the last 6 months. I have pointed out when I didn't feel like he performed as well as he could have done.
Yeah.
That's it. I've been critical. Clearly, he's either searched his own name, he's searched the hashtag, or he's happened upon my tweets at some point, and seen she is queen of the dickheads, and this is why. He's seen one or two things I've said about him. He obviously didn't like what he's read, so he's blocked me, as any normal person would do.
Yeah.
Now, so I screenshotted this that he'd blocked me and I posted it on Twitter because I thought it was funny. As anything else that goes on my Twitter, normally it's because I find it funny. It then turns out that nobody else finds it funny. And I start getting quite a bit of stick. Like, I get quite a lot of stick for it. So then there was a big fucking Twitter thing on Monday night about who'd been blocked. Emma bullying Tilt online. Yeah, that's it. I'm just a knob.
Hashtag stop Tilt bullying 2023. Bullying out of the club. It's horrendous.
Yeah, but then there was a fucking big thing. Like other people had been blocked, and then the people that hadn't been blocked would yeah, it was a big thing anyway. Anyway, I got up Tuesday morning, dropped little one off at school, got home to a letter in the post with an eviction notice because my landlord's selling my house. So now Lewis's theory is that Curtis Tilt is my landlord, and he's like, fuck off.
Emma tweeted, landlord's just decided she's selling my house and give me an eviction notice in the post. I even got a discount code for fucking Rightmove. And she got about 5 or 6 likes. And then I quote tweeted it and put a plot twist, her landlord is Curtis Tilt and got 116 likes.
There's over 100 likes on this. How's that for a ratio?
It's the second time I've done it as well. That's the horrible thing. I'd done it earlier in the season when we signed Aziz, and he was following all like he was following all. He was following all the he was following all like the fit birds from like Merseyside, Manchester, Wigan, like from our area. And I tweeted, all the birds who haven't got followed by Aziz are defo fuming now because he thought they were fit. And Emma commented, ha 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 ha. So I replied, like the crying behind the smile thing, and put ha 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 ha, and got like 80 likes on it. This is one of my close mates as well on that other screen. That's a close friend of mine, and I absolutely bully her on Twitter. It's a bit hard-ass, but Emma's my Twitter grows from bullying Emma. 13,000 views I got on that tweet of me saying Curtis Tilt's your landlord.
If you want more followers and more likes, if
bully
that's the
Emma.
kind of thing you're asked about, gimme shit.
Honestly.
Because there is a little group and it's always the same people. There's a little group of them and they fucking hate me. And I don't know why. I'm not I don't know what I've done to personally offend these people, but they just don't like me. And any excuse they've got to fucking like they revel in it. Do you know what? It's a fucking good job. I'm not that arsed about what
Yeah.
people say about me online because otherwise, like somebody else might be in tears, mate.
Sam's just replied there, be funny if Till buys the house just because he can and then rents it back to you.
No, don't want to rent your fucking house now. Block me on Twitter, you twat.
I can't say no. I'm blocked by Tom Pearce on Twitter, and I didn't even abuse him.
I didn't abuse Tilt.
You weren't great to him.
Abuse Tilt.
He wasn't great.
Well, you weren't great to Tom. I mean, to be fair,
no, I've showed you why I got blocked to Tom. I did not deserve blocking, and you know I didn't.
No, I know.
I said, because I used to do like a Scouse reaction type thing. So I'd say like if a player was signed, boss, and you're like proper typical Scouse words. And Tom Pearce had a very average game. I put meh, and I got blocked for saying he had a meh game.
This is so funny to me because I feel like you really, really held back your opinion on that particular game out of loyalty to me.
Yeah.
Just because you're my friend and he still doesn't like it.
I don't even think I was that like. I'm sure. I'm sure that game he was absolutely like. I'm sure he was fucking shite that game. I can't remember I think it was like Ipswich or something, and he had a terrible game. I might not be Ipswich, I might be chatting shit, but I remember him having...
Was it not the Sunderland game? The first game of last season, Sunderland away?
No, it was later than that.
Was it?
I can't remember.
Was it not Plymouth? Plymouth? Was it Plymouth?
Possibly, I can't remember. But anyway, like I said, Tom Pearce, meh. And I got blocked. I didn't realise I was blocked for months until Emma put a fucking Tom Pearce tweet. I was like, what the fuck? I can't see it.
In the group chat going, what does that tweet say? To screenshot it, and he was like, what the fuck is blocked me?
I was like, what's he done? Like, I actually like Tom as well, and I got blocked. I was like, oh god. Cheers, bro. You fucking woolly back. But I'm not a
plastic bastard.
Honestly, you fucking placky Scouse cunt. But no, I've got nothing against the lads. Bastard.
I don't have anything. Do you know what the funniest thing about the whole thing with Curtis Tilt blocking me was that I was having a conversation with him in Asda
that day.
2 hours before I even noticed. He was fucking talking to me and my kid.
Oh, that's so funny.
And I was like,
he probably blocked you after the conversation. Like, nah, she's fucking weird, eh?
She's a freak. Go away.
Tom, if you're in here, Lewis said unblock him. Nah, you know what, lad? You've done it now. He's done it now. If he's unblocking me to give me a shirt that I can give off to you lot to say sorry, then, unblock me then. But if not, then, nah, not asked.
Do you know what?
Done it now.
Probably get a shirt as well.
No, I don't want one. Fuck him. I'm not giving him any good... Nah, I'm messing. I'm on the wind up. Tom, if this gets back to you, Tom, which it probably will. Aye, lad. Sorry.
He was probably just thinking, wait, is that girl I blocked? He might have been.
Probably.
There's every possibility because he did look at me a little bit funny at first.
Yeah. It was the first block he made this season. Someone quote
that was not my joke.
Nah, it wasn't mine either. Someone quote tweeted it to Emma's tweet.
I didn't say nothing.
Someone quote tweeted to Emma's tweet saying it's the
That'll
first
be the first block he's made all year.
I think I said that when Tom blocked me as well. Was he on Tilt and he's just gone to Pearce?
Yeah, it's because Lewis got blocked by Pearce.
I got blocked by Pearce. Emma got blocked by Tilt. It's 1-1. Let's see if we get the full squad. No, let's not.
No, I don't want to do that.
Right, Lewis is getting blocked now. Tilt, no, don't block me, lad. I was nice to you. I sang your chant really loud. But, no. Somehow Wigan hate us. And I like Wigan. I'm not blocked by Tilt or Pearce. Well, lad, he fucking da.
Well, fucking bully for you.
He couldn't block you, lad. You were too quick for them. Oh, fucking hell, man.
I know.
We are shambles.
Yeah, listen, I'm not asked about being blocked. It's fine. It is what it is.
Did you go last night? I went last night, Sam. Yeah, I got it.
I didn't.
No, Emma's got this problem called responsibilities. I don't have that.
Yeah. And it always flares up when we've got a fucking away game as well.
Responsibilities, don't what are they? I'm here. You're right,
Hiya,
Sam, lad.
Sam.
How we doing, bro? Oh, fucking Emma's got responsibilities in life and, things to do with her life. I luckily do not.
Lewis's only job besides this is playing with poo, and I'm not even joking.
Yeah. Nah, I'm a lab assistant, so, and I do
So he basically mulls about with all the horrible stuff.
and I do it in my spare time for pleasure.
Yeah. He does overtime for free.
Lifelong
I'm
job. Yeah.
going Blackpool.
Oh, but if I can get a Blackpool ticket, I'm 100% going.
I think I might be, yeah.
Blackpool, I reckon Blackpool might be a bit like the Shrewsbury game in getting tickets, because that'll be a massive game now.
Yep, everybody's going to want to go to that, aren't they?
Yeah, all the telly clappers who've not been on a away day all season like yourself.
Telly clappers.
Honestly. Fucking your season tickets, your Sky remote, your absolute cop-ite.
I can't make another this season. What, another game? At all?
Fuck off. How come?
I'm just going to wait until Sam responds now.
I'm
Go to another one?
I'm going and getting a hotel booked and getting pissed up, lad. Don't blame me. I was debating doing the same, I was eyeing up to be fair, getting a taxi home might not even be that bad. GCSE exams, lad. You don't even need GCSEs to shite. Emma only got 2 and look what she's doing. She's got a podcast with a Scouser now. Look how well she's made it in life.
Do you know what's even worse than that? Emma's actually got 14 GCSEs, 3 A levels, and 3 university degrees, and I'm still sat doing this podcast with this fucking Scouser. I've used not one of them for anything. So
Emma's got 3 degrees and she collects classes in a pub.
Literally.
Shows education being on. Fuck these
Fuck
office
it off,
ticks
lad.
more porn. Hang on.
Footer.
GCSE exams, lad, the match is on a Saturday. No excuse.
Why are you doing your GCSEs on Saturdays, lad?
Yeah, come on, lad.
You're allowed a day off,
Not allowed one until they're over now. Lad, come on. I have 2 GCSEs, I'm getting £100 a day. Exactly, lad. Tell your ma that the only time you want off, you want between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock off as a break every Saturday.
4 hours away from your studies. It's sound like you'll be absolutely fine.
Honestly, man.
You'll be absolutely fine.
You'll be sound. I was a bit. To be fair, I done alright in school. I got 11 GCSEs. 3 A levels, and I'm doing my degree now. Well, I'm doing biomedical science. I want to be the club doctor, but Tobin's too good at that, so there's no chance that's happening. Am I just going to sports science or something and, work under Tobin? New tattoo for me on the 26th. Oh, what, you getting la? Got told the shit anyway, why'd you watch them? Also Wigan. Both are true.
Are we still talking about the games? I know we're talking about podcasts.
His mum's defo Bolton fan. Yeah, 100%, mate. While we are off on a little bit of a tangent now, I know obviously the joke has become that he's a little bit of WAFC's punching bag on Twitter, but I think AFC Donnelly, if you are in here now, he's looking at doing an auction for 2 of his signed shirts, and the money used for the auction is going to go towards Joseph's goal. So if you wanna, I don't know if he's tweeted it or not yet, or he's organised the auction or whatever, but definitely keep an eye out for that, because obviously the money's going to an amazing cause. Definitely. I'm gonna be bidding on the yellow one. I'd actually quite like that, because I know the money's going to a good cause.
Yeah.
Definitely keep an eye out for that if you'd have to sign memorabilia and things like that. It's the 15-16 home and away. I think he's auctioned off the sign for.
Is that the one he's got Josh Windass on the back of the home shirt?
I don't know. I can't confirm. I've got that shirt signed with a Tavernier on the back. I've got a Tavernier one. No, it's in me wardrobe. Am I gonna frame them, put it where these fucking little gimpy Star Wars posters are?
Yeah, because I can just see Baby Yoda over your shoulder, and it's quite distracting, to be honest,
I know.
because wherever I move, he's staring at me. It's fucking weird.
Sorry. But no, yeah, honestly, definitely jump on that. And the money's going for, I'm pretty sure someone bagged them both for 50. Oh, that's a shame. Well, oh well.
Well, hopefully then, as if someone let us know if he said anything about like donating the money or whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be
Hopefully,
pretty cool.
he has. That's the hope if he has done it. If not, it is what it is. It's his shirts. He picks what he does with his money, but I don't know. It is what it is. Should we move on to the Norwich game after our little tangent?
Let's go.
The way I see it is, like, just so you know, we've got no notes on this. This is me completely eyeballing this, of free rolling it. Which is the same way Wigan should be looking at it. This game's a free hit at the end of the day. Norwich are in very weird form. I think they sit about 9th or 10th in the table. They've not actually been in the best run of form as of late. The way I see the Norwich game is a bit of a free hit. Like, we're still under, if you want to call that the new manager bounce type thing, we're still playing well and we're still reacting to the manager's new instructions. I see the Norwich game as, if we win, we win. If we lose, I'm not too worried about if we lose the Norwich game. Depends how Norwich are. At the best, we've not got a chance, but if they're a bit off, then we'll snatch a point. I agree.
I think we might have a chance of getting a point here. I think.
I think if we play the way we did against Bristol, we'll get 3. I think they're in worse form at the minute than Bristol. I think they're playing worse football than Bristol at the minute.
Timo
Pukki being out is big. Yeah, it's massive. Pukki not playing in this game is massive for us.
It is.
I say I am quietly optimistic about the Norwich game.
I think we could do something. I think as long as Jean Maloney lines it up right, and I think he will.
Bristol recently beat them, didn't they? Yeah, they did, mate.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was that last weekend? Didn't they win 1-0?
Was it last week or the week before? It was very, very recently, yeah. Bristol did beat them, now you're right.
Didn't they play Norwich the same day we played Blackburn?
Yeah, they did, yeah, you're right. Last weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, last weekend it was. But no, yeah, I think if we play the way we did against Norwich, we'll snatch 3. I genuinely think we can beat this Norwich side. I don't think they're in the best of form.
Conor Donnelly sold them for £50 and it all went to Joseph.
Oh, perfect. I didn't know if it already been done.
Fair play, Connor.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure whether you're watching or not, but if you are,
well done, mate. Congratulations. Thank you very much for that. We do massively appreciate it. Everyone appreciates all the money going to Joseph's goal. But we also win 2-1 3-1 Saturday. 3 goals is optimistic, but you know, a boy can dream.
3 goals is a big.
Was the last time we scored 3? It's definitely not this season.
We scored 3 this. I don't think have we scored 3 this season.
Someone correct me in the comments, but I don't actually think we've scored 3 goals in a game this season. But no, how would you line up?
How would I line up? I think I would probably go with. I'd be tempted to start quite similar to where we started the Bristol game.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sinani can't play, so he's going to have to come out, and I think I would probably start.
I'll do mine just while you have a little think. In goal, I'd be starting Amos again. My back 3 would be Hughes, Watmore, and I probably would stick with Nyambe as my left centre back to start the game with. My wing backs to start the game would still be McLean and Deriqua.
Yeah.
I'd go Power and Christ in the middle, because I don't think either of them have given us a reason for them to be dropped.
No.
I'd then be going with Keane as a 10, and with Lang and Fletcher up top is what I'd be doing. Same team unless Rekik is fit, yeah.
I think I would be tempted to agree for the most part.
I have seen your comments, by the way. I will touch on a lot of them in a minute.
No, in fact, no. I think I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I think Tello is definitely better off the bench.
Yeah.
So being able to bring him on to make an impact is going to be good. Weirdly, when we need a bit more attacking threat, bringing on Tom Pearce seems to work, or
Yeah.
has been working quite well up to now.
I think
We
he
need a
just
little bit more aggression going forward, and he has got that ability to, like you were saying before, he's
the
him
overlapping
and
runs with
McLean
McLean, yeah.
swapping, and yeah.
I just think the energy and the pace that he brings is just something that Maka can't give us anymore. I just don't think Maka's
I
got.
think he
Well,
tries, and it's not as if he's not like he's not slow either,
oh
is he?
no,
He's
of
just
course
not as
not.
quick as he used to be.
No, of course. But what do you expect from a 34-year-old man?
That's it.
No, that's the thing. Like my thought yesterday was when Maka was going forward in the first half, he was struggling to get back a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just going to touch on some of the comments that have come in because I have had quite a few. We're speaking to a Blackpool fan last night and they seem hopeless like we were under Colo, so it might be down to overpowering Cardiff and Huddersfield now. Potentially. I don't think Blackpool look good at the minute at all. I think it's between us and Cardiff who stays up at the minute. I think us and Cardiff, that's obviously what it's like in the league table. But the thing is, we've still got a game in hand. So at the minute, weirdly enough, it's in our hands if we stay up or not right now.
Yeah.
If we beat West Brom, we go clear. QPR and Rotherham are coming down fast. I was gonna touch about QPR and Rotherham before this stream ends. I want to get the table up and I want to properly analyse where everyone's sat at the minute. We competed at their pace, keep Sargent under wraps, and we can come away with something now. Bang on, completely agree. Is that Josh Sargent playing a striker on the weekend then? If Pookie's out, I know he's been playing out wide a bit more this season, if I'm not mistaken. Also, same team unless Rekik is fit. Cowra and Panda, it's between Wigan who stays up. We are staying up.
Fair enough.
I could just hear you chuckling. I was like, I need to read something now.
Yeah.
Powell was amazing recently. Completely agree, mate. I think we start the same team, but Asgard instead of Sanani, and then switch to a fullback at half time. I wouldn't be massively against that.
I wouldn't be against it, but I still prefer Tello coming off the bench.
Yeah, me too.
Also, just to touch on the Rekik comment as well, I agree with that. I think if it's possible for Rekik to play that LCB role, then I'd rather have him in there than Nyambe.
Yeah, me too.
It is what it is. If he's not fit, he's not fit, and Nyambe can do his thing.
Yeah. If Rekik's fit, Rekik starts 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think. See, it's one of them. We've touched on it quite a lot recently, but them two both getting injured, morale wise, was a killer. Him and Kelly, because I thought Kelly looked superb. But as I say, there's no point crying over spilt milk. There's not a lot we can do about the Kelly situation. But Rekik is only a muscle injury, so he shouldn't be too far away. If Pearce could stay fit, he should be starting every game, and Nyambe can play in position. The thing is, mate, I think if Pearce is... You disagree on this, but I'll say what I think. Pearce does look better coming off the bench. If we're starting Pearce, we're also starting Dariqua. So Nyambe probably doesn't start at the minute if Pearce is starting the game. Because I think we'd start with, in my opinion, Pearce on the left, Dariqua on the right, and have a back three of Hughes, Rekik, and what more? Go on, what was you going to say on it, Emma? Because I saw you...
I would agree. Pearce scores a hat-trick next game, or he needs to let Emma move in. I mean, I'm getting evicted, so listen, Tom, if you've got the space, mate, I promise you won't even know I'm there.
Cap.
Most of the time.
Some of the time. Just ignore the cameras, lad. It'll be fine.
I mean...
Ignore the Ring doorbell she implements into your bedroom.
If you wake up and I'm staring at you... No, I'm not. No, I'm kidding.
A bit.
I'm not kidding at all. Fucking love that boy. Anyway,
Fuck's sake.
but if you have got a spare room, I wouldn't be against it. Do you know what I mean? No, but anyway, I weirdly disagree with Pearce starting every game at the minute.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're gonna terrify the lad. Chrissy hates me. That boy is scared of me genuinely. Um, he I can see him side eyeing me. Like when he's on
Go
the bench
away.
and he's warming up,
Just
he's
looks at you and
like
goes, shoo.
he's just waiting for me to fucking pounce on him. Um, but yeah, no, I don't agree with not right now. I don't agree with him starting every game. Because he does offer more coming off the bench, I think,
Yeah. I don't think
at the
it's.
minute.
I don't think. I think though. I think his time will come where he's starting every game, but I don't think it's yet.
I think that will be his challenge for next season because it's inevitable that we are losing McLean at the end of this year.
Oh no, yeah. He needs to fight for the place of the next left back we bring in. I do imagine someone else will come in as well.
I would hope so. I think someone's going to have to because McLean is going back to um last game. I said Lang had been left out for a reason. Then I said I know he was. We're just saying his answer. That's because I said at half time when I seen that Lang and Pierce were both coming on, I was like the two most beautiful footballers in England are stripped and they're ready to come on. It's fine. So
I
Sam
saw
was
that.
like Pierce and who? I said Lange, and he was like, well, Lange's been off it.
Still handsome.
Well, yeah, but he's still fucking beautiful, isn't he?
Fucking
What's
hell.
your point?
Uh,
Um, but yeah, anyways, stop mentioning his name because I'm fucking my head's going. Um, no, I think McLean, his plans I think go to go back to Derry, aren't
yeah,
they?
yeah.
Joe Bennett is also out of contract in summer,
I can't imagine this gets
and I
extended.
can't see him staying even if we offered it. Um,
I
I
think he'd
don't
want
think
to stay
Maka
at
will go
us.
at the end of the season. I think he'll go next year. I think there's a deal already in place for that with
Nah,
Derry.
I think he's already gone,
Nah,
lad.
he's gone. He's gone. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's
He's,
already because he's
he's
building his fucking house and all kinds. He wants to take his family back home, mate, and I don't blame him. Fair enough.
him, and,
He's
it,
done more than enough.
him and his missus are building a dream house in Derry at the minute, mate, and I think it's pretty much finished. Like, they are looking to move back home, unfortunately, for us. I seen two years amongst yourselves in the comments, QPR and Rotherham are coming down fast, and then Sam's replied saying QPR are too big to go down. I completely disagree with that. I don't think any club's too big to get relegated. I don't think there's a such thing as being too big to go down, especially how shocking their form has been as of late. QPR were top of the league when we played them because I went to QPR away, and when I went that game, QPR were top of the league. QPR now sits 17th in the league. Like, QPR are
Life
dropping
comes
fast,
at ya
honestly.
fast in the championship. It really, really does. If you go on one little bad run, you are knackered.
Oh, exactly. Sinani was gash. Feel like he needs to be given time. No, I completely agree. I do think I think once he finds his feet in the team, he'll be all right. But I'm more than willing to give Sinani the time. I've missed comments here. I hate to say because how much I do love Lang, but Lang was better off the bench because he was so good when he came on last night. I think there is a bit of truth in that.
Mm.
I do think Lang's definitely been better when he's been coming on off the bench. Well, he definitely was yesterday. And we all know Lang's been in poor form this season. But I think since Maloney's come in, the last three, Lang's been one of our better players. He's constantly pressing. He's constantly after that back line. He's full of energy. I've been quite happy with Lang since Maloney come in. I'd genuinely be happy to sign no one if we managed to get Christ on a perm. Mate, I don't disagree with that, to be honest. I think getting Christ in on a permanent would be unbelievable if we managed to get TA. Like, he's superb. Reckon we should have swapped Bennett with that Cardiff player. Was it Mark
That
Harris?
was the plan.
Yeah, it didn't get
Harris?
done. Yeah, Harris. What we've heard, mate, is it didn't get done in time. We missed the deadline. No. And I think if we'd have got Maloney in a week earlier, that probably would have happened.
Yeah, I think that was the initial plan. Although I'm not.
Birmingham and Rotherham are in big trouble. Perhaps with Rotherham, but they are in very similar form to us. We've both won 1, drew 3, and lost 1 in our last 5.
Yeah.
But of course,
Birmingham have trouble off the pitch as well, and they've been waiting to come down for years. Birmingham have had quite a bit of trouble off the pitch for a little while now, haven't they?
mate. Yeah.
Like for a good while.
Now seems like a good time to do it. I'm gonna get the table up for us now. If you stand with me, I'm going to get the league table up. Apologies, you just know what we're like at this point now. We're still
All over
trying.
the fucking
Oh,
place.
fucking, of course, mate, of course. We
We
never
will still be sat here this time next season saying,
gives a
bear with
minute.
us. We're
Nah,
quite new.
we'll have it by then, lad. Don't worry. We'll be sorted by then.
That's
Uh,
ambitious.
Apologies for that though, but I'm just gonna pull up the championship table now if technology allows up. It has indeed. So obviously we've still got Blackpool bottom of the league on 38 on 28. Huddersfield on the same 28. We're on 30. Cardiff 32. Rotherham 33. Stoke 37. Birmingham 38. And QPR 39. I'd say that's the relegation threat now. Is everyone 17th downwards could go down, which with 15 games left to play does make for exciting viewing.
It does. On the surface, there's still quite a lot of football to play.
Oh no, there is
Um,
still third of the season left.
but there's also not a lot of football to play.
No,
So we need to start shaping up.
no, there's not a lot of football to play, but we've still got a lot of 6-pointers. We've still got Blackpool to play. I think we've still got
Yep.
Huddersfield at home. We've still got Rotherham. We've still got Stoke.
Have we still got to play Birmingham as well yet?
Yeah,
We've
we've
got to
still
play
got to play
Birmingham at their
Birmingham.
place.
I think we've still got to play QPR. I think we've got to play everyone around us other than Cardiff, if I'm not mistaken. If someone wants to correct me in the comments on that one. Birmingham is at home, yeah, because we played
Is
them
it?
away.
It is.
Yeah, we played.
It is.
Bennett got sent off in the away game, didn't
He did. That was right at the beginning
he?
of the season, that weren't it?
There's still a lot of football left to be played here.
When do you get Twitch subs and that?
We need to get to affiliate, which we're trying to do this month. We've hit all of the necessary requirements other than the amount of streams, so we just need to put streams out, which we're going to be doing as much as possible. Unpopular opinion, I'm glad Maloney came in when he did and not over Colo, because we're so much more up for it than we would have been. I said this in the car on the way home yesterday, mate. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I think Maloney coming in now has actually weirdly worked in our favour, because I think if Maloney would have come in straight after Liam, he still wouldn't have got the recognition and appreciation.
No, I think someone mentioned this. It might have been yourself, Sam. I think someone mentioned this before on one of the last streams, that whoever came in after Liam was starting off on the back foot.
No, yeah. And that probably didn't help Colo out there. The last manager we had was just so loved.
No, I think to go from someone that's so, like you say, so loved and so respected, like throughout the entire club, not just the fans, but obviously the players had a lot of respect for him, the staff loved him. To then
someone who's got absolutely no links to the club at all.
And also no idea what he was doing. Yeah, I think had Maloney have come in straight off the back of Liam's sacking, he'd have probably have had a little bit of a battle to get quite a bit of the dressing room on side as well. And I think that was one of Colo's big downfalls. I think he lost his dressing room really, really early.
Yeah.
I think he no, this is just my observation, and I could be wildly off the mark, as I quite often am, but I think he bought into the board overhyping his name.
What, overhyping Colo's name?
Yeah, I think the idea behind bringing Colo Touré in was that we needed a big name to soften the blow of losing Liam.
Yeah.
We couldn't have just had any old, Joe Public. I think they wanted something big, and then I think Colo bought into that possibly too much, and I think he demanded respect from the dressing room rather than commanded it.
Yeah.
And that was probably one of his first issues.
Yeah, potentially.
You don't want to go losing your dressing room that early on.
No, it was definitely, you need to try and get the dressing room on side, and evidently that didn't happen. Wigan always turn up the heat in the last 15 games, facts, lads. We always go good towards the end. Even
anything from the end of February to May, fucking time bars.
Literally, honestly. Anything before that, prime fucking Milton Keynes Dons.
We're not even that good, lad.
No, fucking hell. Prime Oldham. We're not Wigan Athletic, we're Oldham Athletic for the first 30 games of the season.
Fucking wrong ticks.
Even if we lose on Saturday, I trust Maloney enough to keep us up. The improvements in the last being games have been miraculous. Yeah, completely agree, mate. I think I trust us at the minute.
If anyone is going to do it, it will be Maloney. And if he doesn't, I won't be mad at him.
No, me neither. Even if we don't stay up this season, Maloney's got to be staying. I really stay up or go down this year. Maloney stays without a doubt.
Because I think the thing is, regardless of where we finish in this table this year, if we're going down, we're doing it fighting.
Yeah.
Quite literally every single game in James McLean's case. But yeah, when we say can we go down with a fight, Jimmy Mack's like, yeah, say
no more.
Say less.
Say less. Say less, my guy. It was like, shit, no, not like that, lad. No, wrong fighting. He's like, what? Sorry, I'm just punching someone's head in.
When I said go down fighting, I didn't mean start swiveling people's jaws, lad. But honestly, you crack on, whatever.
Fucking hell. 3 things in life are certain: death, taxes, and McLean starting a fight.
It's literally, yeah.
Honestly.
Losing to Norwich means very little for our survival, in my opinion.
I agree.
I would agree.
That's why I said earlier, I see the Norwich game as a bit of a free hit. Because we've got so many teams. Like I said then, we've still got to play Blackpool, still got to play Huddersfield, still got to play Rotherham, Stoke, Birmingham and QPR. And I think we still got to play Reading as well. And Preston, who are 14th and 15th respectively. A lot of the games we've got left are all bottom half.
Yeah, I don't think, as I said this a couple of weeks ago, I think beating teams that are fishing around the top of the table is good for morale, but that they're not going to decide our season.
Yeah.
We need to pick up the points from the clubs around us.
No, yeah, 100%. That's how you stay up. And that's where them points come from, is we need to get them points from the teams around us.
Literally, Maloney hit the nail on the head a couple of weeks ago. I think he said you've got to be better than 3 teams in the division, 3-4 teams.
And that's what fills me with confidence at the minute. That's what makes me feel get away with that in those ends, to be fair. But that's what's filling me with confidence at the minute. Oh, and we've lost Emma again. But that's what's been filling me with confidence recently, is that, don't know what happened there, lad, but you're back. It happens once a stream. But that's what fills me with confidence at the minute, is that I think there's 3 worse teams than us this season. I still think there's going to be 3 worse teams than us.
Yep.
I've nothing against Colo, but because no matter what, he was going to end up sacked. Because I think he had no chance at all. Players would have had the same reaction to anyone. Yeah, and we touched upon that before, Sam. I completely agree. But
if we go down, McLean kills someone his last game for us, guaranteed. He's definitely going to punch someone's head in.
Honestly, what's our is it Rotherham our last game?
Okay.
That's going to be massive.
That's going to get spicy.
That's going to be. I think, don't we have? Isn't our last 3 games Blackpool, Rotherham, and Reading?
Yeah.
And Reading aren't in the best of form either.
No.
It's going to be a fun season this, boys.
Oh, yes.
Hope we are safe by then. I hope we're not, just because it makes it so it makes our content so much better.
I want us to be a singular point from safety with 3 games left.
I hope the last game of the season against Rotherham, we're 21st and they're 22nd, and there's a point in it. I hope it's absolute carnage, because imagine
they somehow end up with like a better goal difference than us. We're like fucking minus 50 goals.
Fuck that, be shitting bricks in the stand. Oh, 100%, mate. But
that's how very fucking Wigan.
Oh, lad, as a content creator now, think how good that'd be for us, and just think how hungover we'll be doing that stream the next day.
If you thought I was rough on Sunday, mate, I'll just be fucking face down on the keyboard.
Oh yeah, welcome to Chattin Tics. We've just stayed up, yay. Like, I'm gonna be rough as fucking toast, honestly.
I'll be sat here like that. How are you feeling about staying up, Emma?
I'll be like, I want to die.
Yeah.
Still
Ask me again tomorrow.
still off your tits.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, you'll just see me there on King Street with me fucking top around me, just going for it, honestly. Me fucking beer belly going everywhere, tits galore, flying everywhere, lad.
Half and half scarf tied around your head.
Honestly, lad, Emma will be there trying to make sure fucking Tilt unblocks her, begging him for an unblock. I'll be doing the same to TP. Honestly.
Like, tapping him on the shoulder. Excuse me.
Tom.
You blocked me on Twitter.
Sorry. Tom, I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, Arkyok, sorry. And he'll just be like, lads, shut up your nest. Oh, but honestly, that's it. Flashback to Sheffield United away. Mate, I want that again. Emma will be chatting up here. She'll be doing everything she can.
I won't. He runs off.
She won't be chatting him up and be like, just
shouting at him across the dance floor.
She'll just be giving him a proper like 100-yard stare from across the fucking other end of the club. Hello, I'm coming.
Like that with his straw in my mouth.
Like, yeah. You're there with a fucking like little fucking jaws thing on, just hunting after him. You just you don't even see Emma coming. You just there.
My little fucking party hat that says we are staying up. I'm
just see
laughing
it,
like it's a joke and it's not. I really will.
You just see her head pop up from the booth like diddle.
I've got a party hat and a fucking.
We should all point at Power. Honestly, last game of the season, I want all of us just to go to him and just stare like that.
Yeah.
And just stare at him.
Corner him in Rebs like that.
Honestly, just stare like you. That's how he got his bird, though, I heard.
Yeah, you.
He just went over and pointed at her and she just followed him home. Never left.
She's defo gonna lock him up in her attic.
No,
that's effort trying to get him up the fucking stairs. I'll just cheer him to a radiator. By his left leg. What are you gonna do? Cut it off?
That's all he's got.
I really hope you're not watching. Tom, if you are watching, in the unlikely event that you are watching this stream, I am joking.
And if you are in the unlikely event that you are watching the stream, unblock us.
No, she's not.
Come on, lads, unblock us. And she's not joking.
And no, I'm not joking. That's all. I would quite happily. Someone tried to make a point, by the way. I have to say this because it's been making me giggle.
Go on.
So I shared something on Twitter. Tom will never play again if she gets her way.
Honestly.
Well,
that laugh was so sinister. I'm sorry. I've just gone on screen share. Then I need to do this full screen. That laugh was fucking sinister. Did you hear that? It was the little. Oh, there was malicious intent in that.
In the just let me love ya.
If anybody has got a microphone and a webcam, I'm looking for a co-host. Because Christ, that was sinister.
I promise I'll look after him.
I feel like I need to get a newspaper and fucking hit you for that one.
I won't hurt him.
Fucking hell. Need some ice cold water. You're down astronomically bad, mate.
Yeah, I really, really am. Like,
honestly,
it's a problem. It is a genuine issue in my life.
She's dreaming about it now. Honestly, mate.
It's getting in the way. Like,
imagine McManaman, Lang, and Pearce in the same room. Nah, make them of them.
Make them of them. That set me off like you wouldn't fucking believe.
Sunderland fan tweeted before, because I don't know if anyone's seen the Sam Smith with the fish of them thing, but someone
like
yeah, there was the tweet that someone put what's next, like
bin them.
It was like bin them milkmen at them Chester United, and some Sunderland fan quote tweeted it and put them Namatham's absolutely furious.
Callum McThemathem.
Yeah,
absolutely furious. Yeah, it was great.
That got me.
Fantastic.
That, superb tweet. That absolute quality tweet.
Emma would not be able to cope with those three boys in the same room.
Honestly, I love Maloney, but don't you think he's funny looking? Nah, he's gorgeous.
He's a little cuter.
Yeah, he's Bit short, like, but he's still gorgeous.
Short
Sean, if you're
king.
watching, I'm sorry. You're not short, you're massive.
Don't block me.
Yeah, don't block me, lad.
Do you know what I do think though about Maloney?
Go ahead.
Is I love his interviews. I love what he says.
But
The great. But
Oh,
does
dear.
anybody else think he looks paranoid as fuck? Like he's fully expecting someone to just fucking stick a bag over his head and drag him away.
I've seen that. On his,
Like, his eyes are fucking everywhere.
on his pre-match ones, yeah. You can slap my kids. I completely get it. It keeps inhaling really hard. I only notice it. I notice it more on the pre-match ones than the post-matches.
His fucking eyes are everywhere. He's mad.
Yeah,
He looks paranoid out of his fucking mind.
honestly.
But he says all the right things. So, you know, whether he's high as a kite or expecting to be kidnapped, whichever, it's fine.
Either way, lad. As long as you just keep getting results, be as paranoid as you want, lad. Go for it.
But he looks like he's constantly on the verge of being kidnapped. It's ridiculous.
If he keeps those, get that statue next to Whelan. Would you have the statue of him as a manager or him putting the corner in against City? That's the question. But as we're heading towards the end now, Emma, what's your final thoughts about the Norwich game? How are you feeling about it?
I feel quite neutral about this one. I think it's possible that we maybe do nick at least a point. If we don't, I mean, it's shit because it's a loss. But if we lose, we lose. It's not going to be the end of the world, I don't think.
Yeah. No, I'm the exact same. Like what I said earlier, I put the corner in, but with the coat on.
That's class.
Uh,
Who plays instead of Sonani? I think it might have to be Asgard potentially,
Yeah.
or Lang's going to have to start again.
it's either Lang or Asgard, innit? I'd go with Lang and be bringing Tello on off the bench, personally.
I agree.
And
I'm sorry, I've just got visions of Sean Maloney taking a corner in his fucking Arsene Wenger coat.
he loves that coat, doesn't he?
That's proper made me giggle. I love
Oh.
it. He's definitely inherited that from Bobby Martinez, by the way. That is
Oh,
a handy
lad,
guy.
it's 100% that was Martinez's coat.
It was.
Martinez isn't a
He's
tall
fucking-
man either. It probably was his.
Oh, he's heard Malone. He's got the job and was straight on the blower.
Like,
I've got exactly what you need.
Like,
Get this on.
honestly. But just to wrap up now, I'm going to get the league table up in front of us, Emma. What three, with 15 games left, are you willing to put it on the line and say what three you think go down?
I can't see the table. Give me a minute.
Yeah, get it up, Emma.
My phone's dead in it.
Oh, shit, yeah. But obviously excluding Wigan, because we're already down if we were to listen to other championship podcasts. We're already down. Oh,
Ignoring Wigan.
Ignoring Wigan. We're already down.
And then
Where are we, lads? Where are we? We're still here, Ahmed. We're not going nowhere.
Listen, we went from ignoring Wigan to what ahead of Jack Watmore in 4 days.
Oh,
Fuck off.
I've just said that then. Said we're going fucking nowhere. Bet we go down now, and that's just gonna get clipped.
We're gonna finish 24th. I am still reasonably confident that we can stay up. So I'm going to say, going down this year, I'm going to say it will be Blackpool, Huddersfield, and I'm going to go with Rotherham, you know.
You think Rotherham?
Think so.
I'm gonna go Blackpool, Rotherham, and Cardiff. And Cardiff drop.
You think Huddersfield are going to pull off a badness?
They've just got haven't they just got Wilder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Wilder keeps them up.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, not by Skinner, Warnock, that's the one, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, not Wilder, Warnock. Where did Wilder go? Or has he just been getting linked with anyone? Did he go to anyone? No, he's rumoured with lot. Matt in the comment thinks Blackpool, Huddersfield, Cardiff.
What's everyone else saying? Give us your predictions. Who's going down?
I've got Blackpool, Cardiff, Rotherham. I think Huddersfield stay up. I think Huddersfield come 21st and we come 20th. I actually think
Not a bad shout that, you know, I predicted 19th. Not Wigan, that's all that matters.
Exactly, lad. Fucking not Wigan. We're going nowhere, brother. The cameras have gone black. The picture's gone. Oh, dear.
Oh. Well, I can still see your face, Lewis.
It's fine on my end. I've done a little switch. Let me double check. No, it's fine on my end. I think you're lying, lad. It's on your end, that, mate. I've just checked. I've got the stream up in the corner. Yeah, it's fine. Chatting shit, brother. Messing, mate. Rotherham, Huddersfield and Blackpool. Not wanted Cardiff full time, but only watch. Imagine if Cardiff go down by a point, and it would have been if they go down by a point and they would have beat us, and we stay up ahead of them because of that Keane goal. Oh, imagine how superb that'd be.
Out of interest, Covering Panda, are you willing to reveal your identity?
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to.
If not, Emma's just a nosy bitch, lad.
That's literally all it is.
It's Tilt. I hope it is. Who's coming up from League One? Bolton winning. It's all
Reveal
according
what
to.
now?
He just wants to know who you are, lads. I don't care. It's up to you.
Reveal your identity, I said.
That's it. Who does everyone think's coming up? I'll get the League One table up now and we'll discuss that.
Let's see.
I'll get the table up now and I'll display that on the I'll display. And we're not asked who's going down from League One, but we'll talk about who's going up, which is always fun. Chris is saying Plymouth, Wednesday and Barnsley come up. I fucking know Barnsley don't, you know.
No, fuck Barnsley. I would quite like to say it will be the top three as it stands. I think Plymouth are going to come up. I'd quite like Sheffield Wednesday to come up, to be honest.
And you think Bolton win the playoffs?
Do Bolton win the playoffs, though?
You know what? And I'm going to give a massively unpopular opinion. If we stay up, I hope Bolton come up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if as long I'm just a Canadian fan that Mr. B made a fan.
Oh, it is right, lads. Tell Mr. B I said hello. What a man. Not seen him in the chat for a while. But we love the Canadian. We love you from over the pond, lad.
Nice one.
Sam reckons Ipswich, Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth.
That's not a bad shout, to be fair. If we stay up, I would quite like Bolton to come up purely for the away day again.
Yeah, just for the derby. It's an easier way for me to get to. He's busy losing at FIFA. No excuse, lad. I hope he does terrible at foot champs this weekend. I think Plymouth and Sheffield come up. I actually really want Wednesday to come up. I like them as a club. Plymouth and Wednesday definitely come up. And the playoffs are quite interesting in that league.
There, isn't it?
It's a hard one, that league.
Could even be Derby again.
I was looking more towards like Wickham and Shrewsbury trying to sneak in there. Because Ipswich are in poor form. If they keep dropping off, Shrewsbury might sniff in, you know. Shrewsbury have got a good squad as well.
They have, but I think they might be slightly too far out for the play. I don't know, though.
Barnsley have still got games in hand, of course, haven't they? I'm dreaming saying Shrewsbury. It'll be them two and it'll probably be Derby. Yeah, I agree with Sam. I think Ipswich... we said Ipswich. Ipswich. I think it'll be Plymouth, Wednesday and Derby, personally. I hope Bristol Rovers come up. Where the
Bristol Rovers, aren't they like mid-table?
Yeah, they're 14th and they haven't won a game in the last 5, lad. They've got no chance.
Big dunk in the Championship, that's it.
Excuse me, sorry.
Obviously, we love Shea Dunkley.
Ain't nobody like Shea Dunkley, as they say.
Does not.
It is not.
I think it was unfair as well how Wednesday missed out on promotion last season.
Yeah.
It was unfair. I think they deserve to win those playoffs, to be honest. And I know the majority of us hate him, and I'm not his biggest fan, but I'd quite like to play against Josh Windass again.
Yeah. I actually really like, one of my mates is a Sheffield Wednesday fan. I've got a lot of love for Sheffield Wednesday. And I think they are, like, Sunderland are only a big club because there's no one else in the North East to support. There's fucking 3 clubs there. But Sheffield are a big club and they're a proper big club, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sheffield don't need to constantly remind you they're a big club. Because Sheffield...
No, and that's what makes them a big club.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes them a massive club, because they don't have to talk about how massive they are. Yeah. Sheffield Wednesday are far too big to be a League One. Like, I really like Wednesday. Won a few FA Cups, them they have, mate, they have. Yeah, Wednesday are a big club. So I've got...
I like Sheffield Wednesday. I hope they get automatics this season.
It's like I seen, because obviously I'll get the championship table back up now. Like I seen, because Middlesbrough and Sunderland took the most fans to away days as per. And then was like, oh, look at us, the North East are massive. There's 3 clubs in the North East. Look at the North West, mate. I think there's about 12 North West teams in the league, in the championship.
Yep.
Like we've got what? We've got Burnley, Blackburn, Preston,
Wigan, Blackpool.
Say 5 in our league now, like. But they've still got Liverpool, Everton, United, City. We've still got Bolton around there. We've got a lot of clubs in our area. So Wigan will never going to be a big club when you've got 3 of the big 6 are within 25 miles, are you? So we're never going to have the numbers, but yeah, we're so unlucky with our placement, honestly, mate.
And it doesn't help as well that obviously with up until probably the last couple of years, we've always had the rugby over our heads as well.
Yeah, until
whether
now,
we like it or not, up until the last couple of years, Wigan has and always has been a rugby town.
Not anymore, lad. We're massive us.
Not anymore. Rugby league's dying. The Tics are staying up.
Is right. Fucking hate rugby. Right. To end us off now, Emma, I'm going to push you for a 3. What 3 go down?
Blackpool, Huddersfield.
You're revving your car.
Yeah.
Everton next season. I hope so, mate. Everton away would be super.
Oh, really, really, really want Goodison away.
Go on. Say it. Huddersfield, Blackpool. Who else, Emma? Come on.
Is it going to be Rotherham or is it going to be Cardiff? Might be Cardiff, you know. I know I said Rotherham, but it might be Cardiff. No, it's going to be Rotherham. It'll be Rotherham. Cardiff will manage a madness towards the end of the season. They'll finish. I think Cardiff will finish where they are. We will finish. Us and Rotherham are going to swap places.
You reckon, yeah?
I think. Yeah.
I'm going to go Blackpool come bottom. I think Rotherham come 23rd. Lewis lives next to me. Lad, I live down the road from Goodison. It's great. Fucking, that'll be the best away day of my life, honestly. I think 24th will be Blackpool. 23rd will be Rotherham. 22nd will be Cardiff. 21st Huddersfield, and we will finish 20th. And that is my final prediction.
Not a bad shout, to be fair.
No.
Oh, that's interesting. Who comes down?
From the Prem, I reckon.
I reckon the bottom 3 as it is.
Do you? Yeah. What's the bottom 3? Is Wolves, Southampton, and who?
Is it Southampton, Bournemouth, and Everton?
You think Everton come down? Yeah. Southampton, Bournemouth, Everton. Yeah. I don't think they'll drop.
If it's not Everton, it's going to be Leeds.
Yeah.
I really, really, really want it to be Everton.
Oh, same, mate. Same. I've not done Leeds away, so I'd like to do Elland Road.
I've never been to Elland Road, but having said that, I've never been to Goodison either, and I would love it if Leeds and Everton both come down. They're not going to.
Bournemouth stay up or something.
I'd like Bournemouth to stay up just because of
just because they're an effort to get to.
Just because of. Fuck me, I forgot his name, so it can't be that important.
There you go. Of the bottom 5 in the Prem, we've got West Ham, Leeds, Everton, Bournemouth, Southampton. My dream would be West Ham, Leeds, Everton went down. But the happy thing for me is Bournemouth and Southampton, for me, look buried.
Southampton have been miles behind all season. They're not going anywhere, but they might as well already be
down.
Yeah.
So out of West Ham, Leeds and Everton, all 3 of them are a boss away. So I'm happy whoever goes. Me personally. Like, I'd take any of them 3 for an away day. So either way, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to say, because I want it to happen, Everton go down. Why not? I think Forest will come tumbling back down. I don't think Forest will come down this season.
I think they might do next year, but I think they'll manage to stay up this year, I think.
Yeah, no, they'll definitely stay up, but they might have a second season syndrome where a lot of the players they've brought in do walk.
Yeah, and then suddenly they realise they're not actually a Premier League club.
No. Premier
Which
League
we did.
historically.
We just took the piss for a further 6 or 7 years.
It's great, wasn't it?
Don't want West Ham down because they'll get loads for Rice and spend a lot.
Yeah, true. West Ham are too big to be in our league now with that stadium.
West Ham comes down. Oh my God, I can't speak. If West Ham come down, Declan Rice is going to fucking
United.
Chelsea.
Oh, or Chelsea, yeah. On a 7-year deal to Chelsea.
Yeah, stay there for 2 years and then move on.
And have about 18
He's
loans.
here now. Hello.
Timed it well, lad. You've timed it to come in just at the end to say hello.
Yeah, you drop in and say hiya and we're going to fuck off now.
Honestly, mate. I think if Everton drop, I don't think they'll come back. I don't think they'll go back to the Prem. I think Everton will massively struggle to get into the Prem.
Do you reckon?
I think they will.
I think they might be one of those teams that gets playoffs every year and never quite. They'll finish third every year and never quite do anything with it.
Me mates, all my mates are Reds, and they want Everton to get relegated, to get immediately promoted but finish second, so they don't get nothing because they've not won a trophy in how many years. That would be hilarious.
Hope Leeds get liquidated. No, I like Leeds.
I don't. Fuck Leeds.
I don't like them as a club. I don't like the fans. The fans are assholes.
West Ham can't go down. What will that mean for Ted Lasso in season 3?
Fuck Leeds. Yeah,
agreed.
but I do love Joe Gallart.
Yeah.
And I do love Sean McGurk.
I hope Leeds go into administration so we can get them two back.
However, if Leeds came down...
Fuck Leeds, all my homies hate Leeds.
If Leeds came down, there could be a possibility that Sean McGurk gets some first-team football there. Might be good for him.
You can get it over there if he fancies.
I'd have him back up again. I'll go and pick him up and bring him back to again if he really wants.
West Ham won't come down. Yeah, I don't think they will. Problem is, it's 45 ticket to go to their shit.
Yeah.
I'll pay it, lads. I don't care. I'll just get a children's ticket like I always do. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Sorry, boys.
What had happened
I'm
to
skint.
Everton's new stadium?
It'd still probably get finished. I think it's already been paid for by now.
Yeah, I questioned this a few weeks ago. I thought, they're not going to keep pumping money into that for making a championship stadium, but I think it has been paid for.
Yeah.
They robbed the bricks for it, probably.
Hey, not bad.
Probably.
Hey, less of that you, Chris. You forget I've got an L postcode, not bad. Less of that you. That's your first warning, that.
Not allowed to do anything to do with children, are you, Lewis?
What's that? Not allowed to do anything to do with children, are you? I'm allowed near plenty of kids. Thank you very much. Not that I go near them, Emma. Don't give me that fucking look. Said I'm allowed near them.
Well, it's not recommended.
Fuck off. I've turned your kid into a scouser. There's nothing wrong with me.
You have. Do you know what?
Go on, Alex.
First time my child ever heard Lewis speak. So I was on the phone. The first time he ever heard Lewis speak, he was getting around the house for a solid 3 weeks going, "How are we?"
What's your postcode? L34. I'm not giving you nothing else.
I know where he lives. Na, 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 na.
Of course you do, you fucking pest. But right, that's how... Me touching kids seems like a great place to end it, doesn't it?
It's probably for the best.
Yes, definitely.
As Gizmo's just said, Lewis spends his time around kids. Pass it on.
Of course I do. Love the under 18s. You're in Liverpool, you get robbed. Why is it... What?
L34 6JP.
Miles off. You're in Liverpool, so you get robbed anyway. Right. I'm having enough of the Scout slander. You can all fuck off. I'm going home. Going to bed. And on that bombshell, it is time to end.
Who is safer, kids around Lewis or Pierce around out? The kids,
The kids, definitely.
The kids. At least if Lewis got his hands on some kids, there's a chance you'd see him again. If I got my hands on Tom Pierce, you'd never see him ever again.
Oh, where's the... Fuck off. Right. I hate you all, but I love the lot of you. Thank you very much for popping in. We do massively appreciate it.
We love you too, Nancy Pants.
Listen here, you. Who's more likely to kidnap someone younger than them? Out of us two. Yeah, exactly. Jimmy Savile. Turned up at the best times, it seems. Yeah, you've turned up to watch me get called a nonce and Emma almost certainly try and kidnap Tom Pierce. And on that bombshell, it is time to end. Right, if you haven't already dropped this channel a follow on Twitch, please drop it a follow. Like, we do massively appreciate it. Go over to YouTube. It's the exact same Chattin Tics on the YouTube. Give us a sub. These go up on YouTube the next day straight away. So if you do want to watch me get called a nonce again back on YouTube, go and drop us a like. Go and drop us the views, all that sort. We do massively appreciate it. Yep, see you later. Thank you very much for dropping in. Turn up at the best of times. Let's let them Delia nonces on Saturday up the ticks. Exactly, mate. But no, everyone. Jokes aside, massively appreciated. Thank you for coming on. Drop us a follow, drop us a sub, follow us on Twitter, all that.
I have just dropped all 3 Twitter tags there. So Scouse Tick is Lewis's Twitter, obviously MWFC is me, and then the one for the podcast specifically there, Chattin Tics. Please, if you don't already, go and drop us a follow.
Yeah.
And keep your eye on the Chattin Tics one. Obviously, it's where we announce
all these streams.
Yeah. Obviously, give us a follow on Twitch. Go and drop us a sub on YouTube. Yeah, we do appreciate it. And as and when, don't follow Emma, she bullies Tilt. Yeah, it lives by Prescott. Where's your son?
Of course I do.
He does as well, though.
He sends skips on bouncy castles to his house. Fucking hell. Right, thank you very much, everyone, for popping in. I'll see you later. Ta-da.
Look at him getting off before someone drops his address.
Fucking don't trust him, I'm going. Right, see you later. Ta-da.
Love yous.
Ta-da.